Okay, joined now by head coach Willie Fritz of Tulane. Green Wave enters the championship game at 11-1 overall, win 8-0 in conference play. Tulane is hosting the conference game for the second consecutive season after winning last year's title. Coach, congratulations on another outstanding season and reaching the championship game once again. Can we get your thoughts first on the matchup with SMU before going to questions, please?
Well, I caught the end of Rhett's press conference. They've had a phenomenal year. I've been very, very impressed. And he's right. What they're doing defensively. They've always had an extremely strong offense and do a good job in the kicking game, but they're playing lights out on defense, and it's going to be a tremendous challenge for us Saturday.
Okay, we'll go to questions. We'll take the first one from Isaac Popper, please.
SMU's fourth in the nation in sacks. You only let up one sack last week against another top pass rush team. How do you maintain that protection this week?
Well, that's tough because they got talented rushers, do a good job schematically on getting a guy free and mix up coverages on the back end where you hold on the ball a little bit longer than you want to at times. So we're going to have to, pick our spots. You certainly don't want to get in situations where they know that you're going to be dropping back and throwing the football, and when that occurs, there's probably going to be some issues. So you got to mix it up with the run and pass. I know that sounds simple, but it's something that you got to do, against a team that can really rush the passer like SMU can.
We'll go to Ed Daniels for the next one, please.
Willie, did you think coming into this year that you would have to lean on your defense more?
It kind of played out that way during the season. There's different ways that we needed to win games based on availability of players. We've had quite a few injuries, and also against the opponent that we were playing, whether they were strong on offense or defense. And the defense has really risen to the challenge over the last few weeks. You always hope you're good in all three phases, but certainly we've taken a really good step forward here the last few weeks defensively.
And what do you attribute that to, Coach?
Oh, I think Coach Wood and the defensive staff have done an excellent job. The kids have bought into what we're doing. There were some similarities to what we did last year compared to this year, but there are also a lot of differences. I think over time our guys were able to, pick up, what we're doing and the nuances of it. The game happens so fast, and you have to make adjustments with calls and changing calls and and shifts and motions and and tempo and all those different kind of things. And I think our guys have developed being very comfortable with what we're doing defensively, and it's allowed us to play fast and play better.
We'll go to Garland Gillan for the next, please.
Hey, Willie. Receivers, Jaquan, Lawrence, are any of those guys going to be available this week? How's their status?
We're hoping that Quan's going to be able to play this weekend. I don't think Lawrence is, but we feel pretty good about Jaquan being able to play this weekend.
Okay, next will be Mark Narducci, please.
Well, I just wanted to ask you about Michael Pratt. He's had another fine season, but has he been 100%? He's looked a little banged up out there.
Well, throughout the course of the year, he hasn't always been 100%, but he's in good shape, right now. And, he's, a dual threat quarterback. So there's going to be times where he had a couple of tough runs on last Friday as well, but he's healthy and doing well.
Thank you.
You bet.
Next, we'll go to Billy Embody, please.
Hey, Willie, appreciate you doing this. When you have a quarterback like Michael Pratt, who's been through it and been through so much, how valuable is that when you're preparing for, another championship game, albeit with a different team than last year?
Well, it's huge. You always want to have experience there if you can. And, Michael is there's not a whole lot you can throw at him. He hasn't seen, many times over and over and over again. And whether it's the run game, the pass game, fronts, second level, blitzes, coverages, whatever it might be. So, yeah, it's nice to have a guy that's, been in a bunch of battles and, understands what we're doing offensively. This is, I've mentioned it before, this is only the first time in his career he's had the same offensive coordinator 2 years in a row. And, I think that each week that I think helps out a little bit more.
Go next to Stefan Stevenson, please. Dallas Morning News.
Hey, Coach, does the change at quarterback complicate things for your week, or do you know Kevin Jennings?
Know him a little bit. First of all, I really feel bad about Preston Stone. He's had a tremendous season, and all coaches, players don't want to see that happen to anybody. So he's got our best wishes. I know that, but you always prepare. What if this guy's going to play? What if this guy isn't going to play? The second team guy. When you get towards the middle of the week, you start even going back and looking at some high school tape if you don't have a lot of college tape. So, yeah, there's probably I haven't dug into it all the way. I've watched a little bit, and there's probably a little different skill set and probably a few things differently that they'll do with the offense, with having another quarterback starting.
Thanks, Coach.
Go next to Garland Gillan, please, again, for the next one.
Hey, Willie, last year you did a great job blocking out the noise there was some talk around Georgia Tech. Coaching carousel's heating up and your name is out in there again. How do you just don't pay attention to it, kind of block it out? How do you prepare this week when your name is out there for a lot of possible jobs?
Well, it's, you kind of hope you're in this position, I guess, every year. That means things are going pretty well, but it's easy for me to do it. I just, work on take on the task at hand, and that's all I'm concerned about. And, as I tell my kids and players and coaches, at the beginning of the year, I will never be a distraction to Tulane football. And, so that's the only thing that I'm concerned about is the ball game at 3:00 on Saturday.
Okay, we'll go next to Joseph Duarte from the Houston Chronicle, please.
Hey, Willie.
Hi,
Willie, my question was along those lines, but I guess to take it a step further, with the focus on your team in the championship game, do you prefer, if you are being pursued, not to do anything in the week? Have you told teams, specifically Houston, if there's interest, do you not plan to do anything in terms of talk until after the game?
Yes.
Thank you.